today for library, we're having round 2 of Destiny Discover. So hopefully last class you were able to get into it, make sure it was bookmarked on your iPad so you now have it as an icon, and hopefully get logged in too. So now we're really going to become experts here. We're going to learn how to do some advanced searches. And these will be great tools for you to have in your tool belt then to make sure that you can sort the books to find exactly what you're looking for, and maybe even to discover some new books too, to not always search for the same old thing. So what I'm going to show you first is just a couple of little tricks on Destiny Discover. After that, you're going to be able to practice it, and then you're going to be answering some specific questions, doing some specific searches to try to practice finding those and finding the call number and all that important information that we need to know. So let's go ahead and take a look at Destiny Discover. Here I am in Destiny Discover. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that it looks a lot different. You'll notice there's a background now and different brighter colors. That's because I recently changed the theme. This is called Space Theme, that I thought was a lot of fun, but it's still the same old Destiny Discover that we know and love. So what you'll notice first here is there is a button right here called Search Options. This is what we will be focusing on right now. This box here, we can do any sort of basic search, but there may be times that you want to narrow it down. So let's look ahead in here. And what we're focusing on is this very first drop-down menu here, Search Type. And we're going to be looking at 5 different types of searches. So you can see right now it's set on keyword, but if we drop down here, title is another option, author search, subject search, and series search. So those are the 5 different types of searches that we are going to be focusing on. Something else I want to point out, let's say for instance, I was doing an author search. In order to actually set it on author search, you need to hit this big button here that says use these options. And you'll notice that this button now says options are set. So it's reminding me there that I now have it set on authors and will only be searching types of authors. But whenever you are done doing that author search, so let's say that I was searching for books that Seuss wrote, I could write Seuss or Dr. Seuss, and it'll show me all those different books here. And if you wanted more information like, I wonder what the Cat's Quizzer is about, you can click on it and then even click more details, and it'll give you a little description there about it. Okay. So let's say I was done searching now. I want to head into this button again, options are set, and hit clear all fields and close out. And notice here, search options. Another little tip, anytime you want to come back, just hit this green word discover, and it takes you right back to the home screen there. Okay? After watching this video, you are going to go into this Google slide presentation called Destiny Discover Basic Searches, and you can explore it at your own pace. You'll see this slide here that has each of these 6 different buttons. Click on any of these buttons and you can see there's a home button too to head back, and it's going to show you a screenshot of how to get to those different types of searches, but then it also explains what the different types of searches are and gives you some specific examples just so you know the difference between each of those 5 types of searches. Here I am in the Library Schoology course. So heading into this week's folder here, the new green one that's been opened for you, and then into the days folder, you'll notice that there are 3 different steps. So course step 1 here, we're doing right now the video. Then step 2, basic search presentation. That's that Google slide I just showed you where you can explore all of the different searches and read about it and click through it. It's almost going to be like a slideshow to click through. And then step 3 here, this is what I want to show you. Destiny Discover Basic Searches Quiz. Let's go ahead and click on that here, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. Okay, so the first question here says, search for a book by the author Jan Brett. What kind of search did you do? Now, that one you can answer without being in Destiny Discover. You would just select one of those 5 different types of searches here. But take a look at question 2 here. Question 2 says, after searching Jan Brett, name the title of a book you found by her. So we actually need to be within Destiny Discover. So here's what I'm going to suggest to you. I'm going to swipe up at the bottom to pull up my dock. Now you'll notice in my dock, see how I have Destiny Discover down there? You can definitely put Destiny Discover in your dock if you just drag it down into it from your home screen. So I'm going to grab Destiny Discover and I'm going to slide it all the way up. There we go. Now I could have it just hovering on top like this, but you can see it's really kind of tiny. So notice there's this little gray bar right here. So I'm going to slide it over using that gray bar. And there we go. Notice how it's now split screen. And this is the button right here, this magnifying glass with the plus sign that you will want to go into to set each of those different search options. Okay. Now, once you are all done going through the 10 questions, then down here you would hit submit to submit the quiz to me. And to get off split screen, there's that gray bar again. You would just keep swiping over to pull Destiny Discover out of there. Now, you definitely don't have to do split screen if that's too hard for you to manage or the screen's too small. You could always be using your home button here to double tap and then just keep toggling back and forth, double tap and keep going back and forth if you needed to. Okay? All right, and that's all about Destiny Discover basic searches. So hopefully after today, you're even more of an expert in using Destiny Discover.